Here with the cathodic metal coating. Okay, it's beyond the syllabus. Okay, tutorials. Fine. In this session we will be discussing about the tinning process. Fine. So in our syllabus we discussed about the anodic metal coatings, right? Anodic metal coatings are the one where when we consider the base metal iron, we are choosing the metals which are present about to it in the electrochemical series or in the galvanic series, right? And cathodic metal coatings are the metal coatings. Okay, when we take the base metal as iron, okay, we have to choose a metal which is present below to it in the galvanic or electrochemical series. Okay, so that we are taking for our tutorials. This is not there in our syllabus. Fine, this is a additional information. So let us discuss about the cathodic metal coatings and how the process will be done. Fine. So here no in this process of the cathodic metal coating, the example is tinning. Okay, the coating of tin, okay, or nickel, chromium or copper. Okay, these metals are present below to iron in the electrochemical or in the galvanic series. Okay, here no the coating is to be given in such a way that it covers the complete metal, okay, without even leaving a pinholes. Okay, we should take care in such a way that not even a small area is left out of a coating. If it happens, what will happen is because of the formation of a smaller anodic area and the larger cathodic area, the corrosion will be spreading at a very faster rate to the whole metal. Okay, so one should keep in mind before doing this tinning process, the article to be coated is completely covered with tin. Okay, if not, it will be dangerous and will be causing the corrosion to the coated article. Fine. So let us see the process of tinning. Okay, as usual, the process of tin and the surface of iron is known as tinning. Like you know, first before starting the process, we must clean the object to be plated, right? So it is done by first treating with the organic solvent to remove the impurities like oil, grease, etc. And then it must be treated with either a dilute HCl or H2SO4 to remove the hardly adhered impurities or scale like impurities. Then it will be taken to the, you know, it will be treated with the distilled water, okay, lukewarm distilled water, and then it is dried. Fine. And then now it will be passed through the zinc chloride in a molten state or zinc chloride flux to improve the adhesive capacity of the metal. Okay, after cleaning with water, the article will be treated with the zinc chloride flux. Okay, when we do this process, what happens is it will be improving the adhesive capacity of the metal, that is a sticking capacity, so that the layer will not get filled up. Okay, and finally then the article is dipped in the molten tin bath. Fine. And then after the tin process is over, the article is taken out and it will be treated with the palm oil. Okay, it will be treated with the container containing a palm oil. Okay, and it will be through the series of the rollers, it will be passed through. Okay, why are we passing it through the palm oil? Because if we pass through the palm oil, okay, it prevents the oxidation of the tin and also removes the excess tin from the surface of the coated metal sheet. I think it's clear. Okay, we have to clean with organic solvent, then with acid to remove hardly adhered impurities. Then you know it will be washed with the lukewarm water and it is dried. Then it will be treated with the zinc chloride flux, okay, to increase the adhesive capacity, okay, of the coating. Fine. And then it will be treated with the dipped with the molten tin. Fine. And later at last it will be treated with the palm oil. It prevents the oxidation of tin. Clear? So let us see the diagrammatic representation of the tinning process. See, the iron sheet to be tinned now, it will be treated with organic solvent to remove the organic impurities like oil, greases, and then it will be carried to the acid like dilute HCl or H2SO4 to remove the hardly adhered impurities like scales, and then it will be treated with the lukewarm distilled water, and then it is dried, and then it will be dipped in a molten tin. Fine. After it is treated with the molten tin, it will be passed through the rollers, and then it will be treated with the tin coated article is treated with palm oil. Okay, and finally the excess palm oil will be removed from the surface. Clear? This is the process of tinning. Okay, see, these are the uses of the tinned products. Most oftenly, the tinned sheets of the iron will be used in a food packaging. Almost of the food packaging, the food storage tins will be made up of tin coated iron sheets. Okay, like milk powder and other tins, cheese, like that, they all will be made up of tinned sheets. So only so much care has to be taken in such a way that it will not get corroded. Okay, tinned products are used in a food storage. That is because tin is non-toxic in nature. Please keep in your mind, tin is non-toxic in nature. Tin is used in a packaging of the food related things. All food related things will be packed in a tin coated iron sheets. Okay, and here only the thing is, care must be taken to see that the iron sheet is completely coated with the tin. Otherwise it will be causing a problem of a corrosion. Once if a small layer is peeled off because of the formation of a smaller anodic and larger cathodic area, the complete tin will get corroded. Once it gets corroded, the food things will get poisoned. Clear? So care has to be taken to cover the complete metal properly or tin the complete metal properly. Fine. So applications are, tin coated metal sheets are used in a manufacture of food storage containers. Okay, all sort of foods will come, packaged foods that is made up of tin coated metal sheets only, and it is used in the making of the utensils and making food storage containers. Okay, and refrigeration equipments it is used in. Okay, so this is the application of the tin coated iron sheets. As usual, at last, electrochemical series. See here, iron is there. Iron, when we say cathodic metal coatings, you take any of these metals which is present below to iron. If iron is coated with the metals which is present below to the iron, it is said as a cathodic metal coatings. And when the metal is coated with the any other metals which is present above to it, it is said as a anodic metal coating. See, our base metal is always iron. If you coat with any metal which is present below to it, cathodic metal coating, and if you coat iron with any metal which is present above to it in the electrochemical series or in the galvanic series, it is considered as a anodic metal coating. Clear? So this is about the additional tutorials. Okay, and this will be the activity in your regular class. Fine, we'll be meeting with the new topic. Until then, take care. Thank you.